Okay people, this is himself. Welcome back to another Tekken 7 Asuka guide. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Asuka's ultimate tackle. So Asuka's ultimate tackle is this: key charge, DF 3+4, 3+4, 1+2. Now this looks complicated, but it's not. You can simplify it by doing DF quadruple key charge. Now this tackle differs from the generic. Firstly is the break. With a generic tackle, hitting 2 at the point of contact will deflect it. With Asuka's tackle, that is just not possible. Now what they can do is hit 1+2 when their shoulders hit the floor. That will reverse the mount and allow them to attack. But the timing is rather strict, and it means that overall, Asuka's tackle is much harder to break. The second thing is the punches. With a generic tackle, the punches can be broken, either at the first punch or the fourth. With Asuka's tackle, that is just not possible, so once she has you, the damage is guaranteed. On top of that, she also gets a free F2, so in total she does at least 51 damage. But what you should always do is the special sequence. Now this is still unbreakable, but it has two advantages. The first is that it does more damage. The normal sequence does 35, this does 42. The second is the frames. The normal sequence puts you at +11, this puts you at +13. That means the DF3 is now guaranteed, and it does more damage. Along with that, if you have rage, a rage drive is guaranteed. If it hits them in the air, DF3 is then guaranteed. If it hits them grounded, then the last hit of the Orochi string is guaranteed, and that does more damage. The best case scenario though is against wake-up kicks. Here they get launched and you can do a half bar combo. Now having this tool is all good, but how do you use it? Well, one setup is after a tailspin. Instead of doing the staple combo, we dash up into our tackle. Now the spacing needs to be just right, but if done correctly, you'll catch tech rollers, back rollers, standers and wake up kicks. So effectively, this is a tech trap. Now one thing you may have noticed is this. After the punches, Asuka still has the charge. That means that if you feel lucky, you can gamble for even more damage. Two options are DB43 and can-can kicks. Now both of these start with a low, and they are counter-hit launchers, so if they don't block the first hit, they get comboed. An alternative is F2, cancel into full crash DF2. Now the F2 will disguise your approach, and it makes people stand up and block. From there, the low puts you at serious plus frames. Now the easy follow up is while standing 1-4, this will get you 60 damage. You also have full crash DF3, this is when you're near the wall and you want to wall bounce. The biggest problem with this tech trap though is the escape routes. Quick recovery, side rolling, staying down, recovery kick and spring kick all get away, and there is no easy cover. The reason for that is that if they low kick, you get launched, and it means that if they do figure this out, it's best to avoid it. There is though a situation where things are different, and it's when we have a wonky launch. In this case, normal combos don't work, and nor do the enders. Because of that, a tackle may be worth going for. Along with that, some of the escape routes are shut. Quick recovery, recovery kick and spring kick are all disabled, and what you get instead is the low kick. So theoretically, the tackle has a better chance of landing. But side rollers still escape, and because of that low kick, trying to cover them is risky. One option is to use can-cans. This will jump over them and give you a launch. It will also hit tech rollers who don't block low. To stop them crouching, we can use back 4. This will stun them and is -7 on block. So if they retaliate, a reversal is there. The problem though is that the low will trip and the mid will beat us as well. It's also possible to sidewalk after tech rolling, and that's really bad for us. What all that means is that the wonky launch is better, but there is still risk involved and you do need to use your head. There is though a third setup, and it's this, wall splat. Normally, if you have to dash in, your best guaranteed wall combo is White Heron, and that does 18 damage. If though you want to gamble and the spacing is right, go for a tackle. This will catch tech rollers and the cover is better. What we do is key charge into DF3. This will hit them grounded and it does the same damage as White Heron. Unfortunately, tech rollers can block it and it leaves you at -8. You also still have the charge, so you won't be able to block any attacks. But we still have the reversal. This will activate in 3 frames, so 10 framers will beat you. Anything slow though can be caught. An alternative cover is Rage Drive. If they stay down, this obviously hits them on the floor. If they tech roll though, then it's uninterruptible and it leaves you at +10 with the key charge. What that means is that can-cans are uninterruptible, and to stop them ducking you have back 4. This will launch them if they crouch and it still sets up a reversal. Now if you don't have rage, then you still have some options. One of them is DB43. This will clip people on the floor, but against tech rollers who don't crouch, it can launch them. It also complements DF3, because if they block for the low, the mid can splat, and that means more damage. Another option is F1. Against tech rollers, this can only be reversed. It cannot be interrupted, so most characters simply have to block it. What that does is it leads them into a mix-up. If we go for the 4, it's basically can-can kicks, so standers can get launched. The same is true if they back roll, stand or wake up kick, so effectively you've covered those options as well. To stop them crouching, we have the 3. Normally this only puts us at +6, because we have the charge we get a stun. That then leads to a wall combo. The same is true with standers, back rollers and wake up kicks, so it's a proper mix up with the 4. The only difference is that recovery kick will interrupt, but it does beat the spring kick, which the can-can does not. Sadly, if the 3 is blocked, then it's -5, so you are vulnerable, but we still have that reversal, which in my opinion is worth the gamble. What that then leaves is people on the ground, and to cover that we have D4. This does similar damage to White Heron and it can trip standers. What we can also do is cancel the low into a crouch. From there we have a mix-up. One option is full crouch DF2. This puts us at plus frames and then we can wall splat. For a mid we have full crouch DF3. This is a wall bouncer and it's -8, so it's similar to DF3. The biggest problem with this though is that if the low is blocked, you get launched, and the same is true with the wake up kick. That means that overall, the F1 mix-up is high reward, but also high risk. Now the next video you should watch is on Asuka's wall combos. That'll teach you what to do once you get those splats. If you've already seen that, then check out my video on the other tech trap. That one is way better, especially in the open. If you've already seen that, then make sure you give this video a like. It really helps out this channel and it motivates me to do more for this character. Looking ahead, there are more Asuka guides coming, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see those. In the meantime, have fun, play well, and I'll see you guys in the future.